So it's snowing like crazy outside. I don't know if you guys can see. Am I just like messing with the lighting here? It's the snow globe kind of snow. Time to go outside. When isn't it obvious? When isn't it obvious? My sister and I had this really great conversation this morning about expectations in our work, in our projects, what we expect from our writing as writers, and how our expectations can change the way we look at our art. What do you expect from your art? Do you have a certain expectation that you're placing on the book, on the project? What do you expect from your book, from your writing experience? Now, don't get me wrong, it's great to have goals and it's great to have expectations, but sometimes they can actually start to get in the way of our actual writing process. It can start to get in the way of our sheer ability to enjoy what we're working on. Sometimes we can expect what we expect from our work is based on an artificial standard, either that we see from other people, what we think other authors experience, or just maybe what the best case scenario we picture in our minds. And then if our writing process doesn't meet this really high standard that doesn't really even exist in a lot of ways, we get so bummed out and down on our work for really no reason. Looking at other authors and trying to guess what their writing experience is like, and kind of creating this artificial idea that they have some perfect, fantastical writing process, and then being down on ourselves for maybe not having that experience ourselves, or not being able to write as many words as someone we follow on Instagram, you know. Hey, let's take those limiters off. Let's take those expectations off of ourselves. What if we went into our book, into our writing project with no expectation whatsoever? What if we expected nothing? And I know that can kind of sound like a negative, but it's actually positive when you think about it, because our writing is art, and I always say that writing isn't viewed enough as art. We need to look at our process as a work of art. We are working on a piece of art, and it's not going to be like anyone else's experience. It's not going to be like our last experience with our last book. It's not going to be anything that's happened before, and we need to take those limiters off so that we can fully enjoy the moment, fully enjoy the experience for what it is. And most of the time, when we don't have any expectations, we'll find that we're pleasantly surprised with what just naturally flows out of us. This works for both plotters and pantsers, or whatever kind of writer you might think you are. This works for anyone. It's about not creating this kind of plastic image of what we should be, and accepting ourselves for the artists and the creators that we are right here, right now, and in being able to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. It's not all about the end game. Yes, we want to write good books, we want to publish them and share them with the world, and that's fantastic. But we can't compare ourselves. We can't set the bar so high that if our word count comes in slightly below what we think it should be, or we don't write the book in one exact month, or whatever, we need to not get bummed out. We need to not compare ourselves. And maybe we need to not expect less of ourselves, but not expect anything at all. Just enjoy the journey. Just find joy in the process itself. Don't be so rigid about what you're expecting from it. See what happens when you don't expect anything at all. My fingers are getting cold. When we take all these expectations off of ourselves based off of artificial things we see out in the world and articles and social media from other people, whatever, when we take that off and let ourselves truly express who we are and what we want to say, I think the results of that can often be nothing short of spectacular. Keep writing good stories. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, Hit the like button, it always means a ton. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you can get notified when I upload a new video. If you want to see exclusive content like Short Stories, a secret podcast, and a Facebook group you can join full of other creatives who are just as passionate about storytelling as you are, check out my Patreon page. The link is down in the description below. I'm going to go in and I think stick my fingers in a nice hot cup of tea and just steep for a while. Have a great one, my friends. Stay stoked. Shh.